Russian influencer.
Wow.
That's him right here. This is Big Sexy right here. All right, let's make this bigger so I can see. So this is Big Sexy right here, right? So what you basically is seeing is him in Kenya, right? Meeting women on the street, and he's filming the initial meeting. So he has on these glasses with cameras in them, right? What's going on? He has on these glasses with cameras in them so that they don't know that they're being recorded. So he's recording when he meets them and he's recording when he beds them. Okay. And I want you guys to check out his Riz and shout out to CGA. We're gonna rate his Riz. Okay, let's check him out.
So
On his socials, he is described as a tourist or a traveling content creator who has been filming his interactions with women across multiple African countries, including Ghana, Kenya, and South Africa.
So Russian guy goes viral after he shares videos of him picking up multiple Kenyan women and taking them to his Airbnb. He secretly films them using the meta glasses unknowingly. Now he's not putting up any videos as far as we know, as far as like a sex tape or nothing like that. But what he's showing is what actually goes on between black women and black men. Now, black women always want to talk shit to black men about options and whatnot. And I spoke to this early in the episode when Kevin Samuels posed the question of what does it mean for black women to open up their options and what do they think is actually going to happen. And they started having, basically he introduced the very real conversation of, okay, how many of these men actually marry black women and how many of these men are pursuing black women, and the fact that why, if that's the case, if they're that interested, why haven't you ever seen them pursuing black women in mass? Not saying that non-black men are never attracted to black women. We're not saying that. The point is just this. This goes for every group of people. Asian men, no one's more attracted to Asian women than Asian men. And that goes for every group. No one's more attracted to Indian women than Indian men. That makes perfect sense. But because of the complex identity issues that go on within the black community, which specifically, I don't know, man, the way that black women be acting, it's starting to kind of seem like you don't like being black, and a part of why you don't like being black, or black women who don't like being black, is because you being black holds you back from being with Brad, holds you back from being with Brad in the way where he want to really be with you. You know what I'm saying? And you don't get like defective men, because for the most part, a lot of times the kind of black women who get with non-black men, that he's defective in some kind of way, or he's made an analysis that, okay, the cost benefit analysis is good. All right, she got a good job, she has resources. Like at best, you are usually a black woman who has resources or who was able to procure resources. So either way, he benefits from her financially. It's almost never a situation where everything's paid for. That it can happen and whatnot, but most of the time it's just not really a thing. At best, they have a regular relationship where they both respect each other. Not this this fantasy. And another reason why this video we about to show is really important is because black women push this agenda, push this idea that when they get with white men that they are loved more, he values her more, he's more romantic, he wants to have a family, because in their mind they think that black men want to have a family of black people, that they want to get with a black woman and create some more black people and create kids who don't necessarily look like them. When people be mixed, they sometimes don't necessarily look like their other parent. You know what I'm saying? So you have that, and like somehow our women just completely overlook that. And again, I guess that it speaks to where we are mentally, right, as a people. So here we go. So check this out. So again, the myth, what these women on TikTok want you to believe is that when they get with white men, it's a different experience. He respects them more. He wants the best for them. He's loving on them. All fancy. So check it out. So I want you guys to check out how much money he sent to a Cash App. I want you guys to check out where he took them for dinner, right? I want you guys to check out, how he showed that he's not doing the bare minimum. This guy's definitely not a bare minimum guy. Check out his wrist. Check him out.
Oh, what is this? What is this?
That's a stuff like this one, but in a jar.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Hi.
I like how you look.
Thank you very much.
Okay. You are married? Are you married?
No?
So you see him grab her wrist and turn her around so you can see her ass. Whenever a woman will actually show you her ass or show you her body and whatnot, she's ready for you. This is some shit that I could do. This is some ish that if I did it, I would get this off. Okay? I have done it, to be honest with you. All right. But he don't know her from Adam. He's walking up to her in the store, right? And he basically said, hold on, let me see that ass real quick. Okay, all right, got some cakes back there. Could you imagine just imagine the black version of him, the black guy version of him walking up to her randomly in the store, and he said, I like how you look. Yo, check him out.
No? Mm. I from Russia, but I live here.
You live in Kenya.
Yeah.
When you come back, I'll come to see you.
So this is them in the Airbnb. So he done clapped them cheeks up. All right, you know what I'm saying? Listen, he said I want your body. You know what I mean?
If you love me, let me get your body.
You know what I mean? So here's another one.
Very interesting. Oh, so this place is very interesting. So, how much is the territory?
How much is it? You want to buy it?
Mango, bananas. Yeah.
Banana.
Yeah.
Banana.
You live here?
No.
In Floppa.
No. Come on.
This
Look like.
this
Okay.
rent apartment.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, how are you?
Fam, this Riz is crazy. This Riz is crazy.
I like how you look. I like how you look. Right?
Okay. Thank you.
Good? Thank you.
And that's another one showing up to the Airbnb, fam.
Oh, very good. Hello. How are you? I live here. This is my room. Hello. How are you?
Oh man, it keeps going on with this.
Can I see
Let's see what goes on at the
in
end.
the evening? Yeah?
You can take my number then.
Your number?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got going on. What's going on here?
Tourist cities. And they've talked about modernizing out political parties in Thailand from left to right. Prosecution without exception. This operation aligns with direct. Those found to have committed offenses will face severely damage Patia's reputation. 2 a.m. today, authorities stated that they wanted to curb illegal sex services and, according to them, restore the city's world-class tourism image.
We're gonna zoom back in a little bit, but basically, that's an important video. Listen, man. Listen. When we show these videos, it's not to hurt anyone's feelings or to get emotional, but you niggas need to see these videos. You need to know what you're up against and how much you need to elevate your game, how much more popping you gotta be, how much more lit you gotta be. You see how easy it is for Brad to get some cheeks. No, albeit he was in Kenya, a lot of big foreheads over there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, them Jones, they wasn't the best, but listen, it's a different experience. Yo, when you scroll down, you saw how many more girls he picked up. I was trying to follow the story, and somehow he wound up in Pattaya. We're gonna bring it back just a little bit. Let's see what happens. Hold on.
Of degeneracy. Like the saying goes, misery loves company. And it's not just in Africa. Watch this.
Pattaya police and Chonburi immigration cracked down on suspected prostitution on Pattaya Beach, detaining and arresting over 20 mostly foreign women. Hi, everybody. I'm Adam, and thank you for joining us. Today is Valentine's Day, and this was part of a campaign actually called Before Valentine's Coconut Office by relevant authorities. It took place just before 2 a.m. today. Authorities stated that they wanted to curb illegal sex services and, according to them, restore the city's world-class tourism image. It was led by multiple police officers, as stated, from Chonburi, as well as the Pattaya Tourist Police, who sweep the area. This resulted in the detention of 20 suspects deemed at risk of involvement in prostitution. Almost all were foreign women, mostly from African countries such as Uganda. This crackdown, according to police, followed numerous complaints from foreign tourists who reported being shocked at being approached, harassed, and solicited for sexual services in Pattaya. Dressed provocatively, of course, the women were, according to the witnesses. Meanwhile, such behavior was said, according to police, to severely damage Pattaya's reputation. Officers, some disguised as tourists, conducted surveillance and observed mostly foreign individuals standing on the...
Oh, god damn, nigga. So you trying to say that African Keisha is over there? Yo, they saying, nah, Keisha, you can't sell that box over here. You ain't pushing that box over here. Listen, we got our own thing going on here. Because it sounded basically saying, I ain't gonna lie, that's a little fucked up. It sounded basically saying that they had a crackdown on African prostitutes in particular. And listen. I'm completely fair. I can't see the face, but your nigga, that body was crazy. See on legs?
Sidewalk along Pattaya Beach. These women reportedly initiated conversations with foreign visitors, negotiated prices, and invited them for sexual encounters. In some cases, searches uncovered condoms and lubricating gel, which were seized as possible evidence. All detained individuals, however, denied the allegations and said they were just hanging out on the beach. Meanwhile, authorities proceeded to verify personal documents, record profiles, and take statements for further investigation. Those found to have committed offenses will face immediate legal action under relevant laws. In instances where evidence was insufficient for charges, officers recorded photos and details for future monitoring purposes. Officials stressed a zero-tolerance policy, stating that any future detections of prostitution with zero evidence will result in strict prosecution without exception. This operation aligns with directives from the Royal Thai Police. There also were similar operations that took place in Patong over this weekend.
Damn.
Meanwhile, the public is encouraged...
All right. Well, all right. I mean, I was trying to be fair. I was hoping that I wasn't. Okay. Well, all right. Well, that is a whole... those are all the Keishas that got arrested for selling that cat over there in Asia, South Asia.
To report any suspicious activities to authorities. Now, we'd like to note for a moment that in recent times, almost all political parties in Thailand, from left to right, have endorsed at least decriminalizing prostitution, the so-called elephant in the room, especially in big tourist cities. And they've talked about modernizing outdated laws from 1996 that currently make it strictly illegal. But for now, those laws remain on the books, and according to police, they are legally enforceable, and they are just doing their jobs.
Damn. All right. Anyway, very much down bad. Shit, man. We lose a complete sight of why I came here to even do this video, man. We need to talk about going through them damn phones, bro. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this drawing real quick. All right, cool. That made me go all the way back. Great. Anyway, so one of the main reasons why I wanted to do a video because I wanted to talk about the Cas Sanat thing. So Cas Sanat has put out a heartfelt message saying, he's sorry that he didn't speak sooner. He wishes his ex Gigi all the best, right? And Academics is going to get into a long-winded explanation or at least conversation about what's going on with Cas Sanat. Cas Sanat done cut his hair. Some people saying that he done completed the ritual, right? But it's very obvious what went on. And one thing I'm going to give Cas Sanat credit on is the fact that Cas Sanat broke up with Gigi. And Academics also made a good point about no one knew what was going on until he came online and said he's single and he'll never be in a relationship again. That was a tweet from Cas Sanat, right? And we got to think about why you would say that and why you have left the country. That nigga has not been streaming. His job is to stream. Pause. That man has not been streaming. He seems changed. He seems different. And Academics feels as though he went through Gigi's phone and saw some egregious shit. See, what it is that Constantine, and especially for someone like that, someone who hasn't really been lit, maybe growing up, right? Not only that, you know, I mean, he ain't the tallest dude. You know, a lot of dark skinned dudes be insecure and everything, right? So, and also you're young. Your idea of a relationship is so different. Like, you don't really have standards yet. It's like you're not really going to have standards that you stand on until you become a lot older. Like, I mean, like the way I am now and the way I was in my 20s, night and day, because you have more of an idea of what your program is. You have more of an idea of what you're about. Another thing too is that black men in particular don't really, even at their highest level, even though in their wildest dreams, you don't have no real expectations of your girl. You don't really expect much of her. If she cool to you, she nice to be around, that's good enough for you. And listen, don't, and it makes it even worse. Not so much makes it worse, but being as though Kosh not as rich, you don't really have no way of really judging where you guys are, because you never been in a position where you ain't got it. You never known her when you ain't had it. You never known her when things were actually changing. So, anywho, so I've heard Coach Greg talk about this, about like checking the phone, and he says he'll do this for women that he's invested in. We'll put it like that, right? And I don't want to do anything like that, but I'm saying like, yo, if you are with a woman, you need to check out for these things. One of the reasons why you need to check her phone and get into that phone or vet or really watch is because women have more access to sex than you do. All right? Because there's always some dude who wouldn't mind getting some box from her, especially if your girl's attractive. And there's always someone she knows, someone she talks to, someone she used to talk to, someone she made monkey branch to. It's nothing to it. You know, a woman could be talking to a fucking billionaire all the way in China for all you know, right? Because you got to realize the internet, the long as she got that phone in her hand, she has an endless supply of guys who will smash. And they may not want to be in a long-term relationship. They may not love her to death or nothing like that the way you do, but she still could possibly have access to these guys, especially with the economy getting down bad, and a lot more girls are trying to find a way to softly get into like soft sex work. And when they hoping they're going to find a guy who has mild sexual taste and fetishes, and you know, he just want to do a little missionary, right? And you got some girls who lie and say, I have a sugar daddy that gives me $100,000 a year, but I never fuck him. You know what I mean? And you too can become a hero. You too can live this dream. You understand? But which is crazy. It's not a dance party with Beyonce.
Party with Beyonce.
You know what I'm saying?
Dance party with Beyonce.
Donations.
They trying to tell you that these dudes right here going to just give you donations. They're going to just give it to you. You know what I mean? But anyway, so you got more women who need help and whatnot. And in their mind, a lot of women have not arrived at, let me be a good person and someone who's worthy of being a wife, so I can get with someone, and at least for the time being, share the bills. So you can have a good quality of life. And a lot of women, I don't believe, have arrived at what it's going to take to get that. They want resources from a man. They still want the time and affection and whatnot. But you, again, the loser mindset always tricks you out of your spot. It always tricks you into thinking that something you're doing that's obviously not working is worth doing. Meaning that, like they say, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You know what I mean? And that may sound cliche, that may sound simple, but that's something that a lot of us really do, especially in like personal relationships. And we all conditioned to run in circles and do things and get into things that make absolutely no sense. To the point where when you have conversations with black folks, sometimes they may not realize that something you're talking about, like for example, with the whole Geechee guy thing, people are trying to argue or say, hey, I don't want to get down on him because he's trying to feed his family. When did he say I'm doing this to feed my family? He never said, hey nigga, I'm stealing these pills cause to feed my family. He didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? That's not come on now, man. That's not what he said. He didn't say that. So anyway, going back to the Cosmonaut thing and whatnot, we're gonna just get into a little bit of this conversation, and I'm gonna give my commentary. You know what I mean? So let's check out what I got to say. So Ag pulled up some footage of Gigi on vacation, and when he's speaking to this is what it looks like when you not with your ex, especially if she look good. All right. and that's life. You know how you avoid all this right here? Especially for men at Kai's level. You don't get into no serious relationship without seriously vetting that woman and making sure she basically you're okay with whatever her background is. You need to know what her legal background is. You need to know what her debts are. You need to know all that stuff because women live crazy lives, right? Because Kai Cenat looks like he saw some shit.
Like, but Kai right.
I'm telling y'all, it happens to all of us. I'm telling y'all.
You chose the wrong girl.
I mean, it's always that. Yo, chat, I swear. Shit, I was at a point, like, you know what I mean? I was going through some shit. I'm like, you know what? You ever been through, let me see if you ever been through, I got to talk to niggas who, like, been through some shit. You ever been through one of them ones with this chick where, like, yeah, she kind of did some shit, but you did a lot of shit too. So like, you know what, man? Let me just. You feel me?
Nah, be like that, but I'm a good cheater, I ain't gonna lie to you.
No,
I've never got caught cheating.
No, not even on that, but like y'all about to like reconcile type of shit. That's what I think's happening.
Yeah.
I think like, bro, nobody told Kai to get on Instagram today, bro. You could have keep sewing the hoodie, bro. You could have like you ain't say nothing the last couple weeks. Why are you gonna say something after she dropped her video 2 days ago? Stop it. Kai's watching, bro. Trust me. Kai's watching. He only tweeted. Bro, his heart's still there, gang. I'm telling you, bro. Started a rumor. I didn't. This is all from your tweet, brother. So it's interesting when you say respect both sides, and I get it. Like you're talking about you and your chick, but your whole fan base been slandering the girl as a cheater, calling her, how would you fuck a nigga with this? Why would you fuck young boy? Da-da-da-da. Brother, you started this. And I hate to like even have this critical outlook on Kai because I think he's going through things for the first time, but brother, this elusive shit is like, we gotta just be real with you. Nigga, you're the one who started this. Nobody would have taken this serious until you said, I'm single, I'll never be in a relationship again, and people look for reasons why.
And that's how we get to the point about the phone. Don't get me wrong. That's a tough step to take, and you're probably going to see some shit in there that you don't want to see. But it's better for you to know what's going on and know what's happening. Because again, the reality is this. They have more access to opportunities for sex. In their minds, they do not think about the long-term results, right? Or what's going to actually happen. In their mind, they think I can monkey branch an infinite amount of times. And more than likely, she kept a recording of herself getting piped down. I'm just saying, because that's the only thing that's going to be in their phone. They're going to be in the woman's phone to make your stomach turn to the point where, yo, you got to leave the country. That nigga has not done one stream. He has not been doing his job for like a while now. Okay? And this is why, like, yo, when you're successful, you cannot be having these monogamous relationships. You know what I'm saying? No, you're going to have, you have to have a series of women. All right, because you have to create that. And I heard CJ talk about this, about how polygyny and everything poly really helps to check. And that's probably the only way you're only going to have a successful relationship with women is if you come at it with a poly mindset of like, yo, listen, I'm going to have multiple women and ain't nothing you can do about it. All right. And it's tough because all men don't want to have multiple women. All men don't want to do that. But if you want her to be happy, if you want things to be in balance, you're going to have to do it, bro. You're not really gonna have a choice. You're gonna have to do it. Because as long as she thinks that, yo, you don't have other women, you don't have no other choices, no one else likes you and whatnot, she becomes less attracted to you. You know what I mean? But not only that, if she don't feel like talking to you, if she don't want to deal with you, if she don't want to have sex and whatnot, yo, all the pressure's not on her. You can go to your other wife, you can go to your other girl, right? And for someone like Kai Cenat, that was probably the first problem, because what happens is once things are off with her, your focus is on her. Because even if y'all ain't together no more, your focus is forever with her. Especially if you're emotional and you really truly believe this person loves you back. Because that's what makes it hurt more too. Pause. Is that you believe this person loves you back. Like you believe what they're telling you, and also you're young. Like his brain stem, according to some people, has not fully developed. You know what I'm saying? He can't even fully develop or even perceive or understand the fact that this girl is already more experienced than you. She already knows how to treat you like a lick. She was trying to get a G-Wagon out this nigga in a first year in the relationship. She has done nothing for this man. Nothing. Ain't helped him with nothing. Ain't even helped him prop up a camera. She ain't edit one video, nothing. All she did was just be with this nigga. And that's how low black men have their standards. If a woman is cute and she just with you and she's smiling, that dude will be the happiest guy in the world. But a lot of that shit comes from the code. It comes from like, yo, your need for validation, right? Because a lot of men, they want this picture. They want the image of me with this black woman or this woman who's attractive and loves me or seems to love me to death or seems to be happy to be with me. And the reality is this, bro, on that level, it don't gotta be her. Cause she doesn't see it as, yo, it gotta be you. And that's cool.
They latched onto a reason that she cheated on you. You never cleared it up. This is why I'm like, what do you mean respect to her? Like, nigga, you basically threw it to the wolves. Again, I'm not defending her. She probably did cheat on you. You know these bitches ain't loyal. She ain't my friend. But you threw her to the wolves. She's been getting attacked for two months straight. How the hell you conveniently come up? Why didn't you say, hey, listen, I'm single? You know, if you had tweeted out, I'm single, or just be like, hey, listen, I'm going. Why even address it? But anyway, you know, I don't want to get, you know, too much on, you know, not too much on Kai. That's my guy. But still, I thought this was interesting. Okay?
Yo, I want to fast forward to this.
I thought this was interesting. What y'all think he's seen in that phone? Yo, chat, any of y'all ever go through your girl phone before? Yo, chat. Yo, chat, hold on. Yo, chat, I ain't gonna lie to you, chat. I went through a girl phone before. This was me.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
Yo, chat.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came.
Yo, let me tell you this. When a nigga go through a girl phone, your stomach is twisting, bruh. You're like, yo. Nah, chat, I went through a phone one time still. I ain't gonna lie. I'll do it again. Chat. Holy. Yo, chat, that shit haunted me so much. I ain't gonna lie, I went through a couple phones after that. Yo, I went through another girl phone. The shit was so clean. Nigga, I thought she was the feds. Like, I'm like, what? She don't got 10 niggas texting her? What? Like this chick was really like a good girl. I'm like, nah, chat, I went through a phone. It was treacherous, chat. Oh my God.
Not treacherous.
Oh my God, chat. Chat.
Man, I fell down to my knees when the law
Yo,
came.
chat, I damn near fell onto my knees, chat. Yo, chat. Yo, Kai, I've been there. Yo, chat, what I seen in that phone? Yo, I got cataract. Yo, I felt I lost an eye. I had Charleston white vision. Yo, chat, my shit was blurry. I couldn't believe it. Yo, chat. Yo, Kai, I know what you going through. You went through Gigi phone. You like, yo, what? Yo, I know, Kai. Kai, I know. Yo, I advise any man, bro, don't go through your girl phone, bro. I'm going to tell you the worst part about going through the phone. Y'all know the worst part? Holy. It's going through the phone, because you know you're going to go through the phone. Y'all both get drunk, you fuck, whatever. She passed out, you ain't passed out.
Anyway, I'm gonna go that deep into it. But more than likely, so going what I was saying before about these getting into relationships when you at a certain level in your career, yo, you cannot afford to mentally bounce back. You know how long it may take you to emotionally bounce back after a breakup, especially if you're really invested, especially if this person becomes a part of who you are, how you see life, how you your future, just everything, right? That's a lot. And society wants you to kind of keep doing this because the thing is that no one's going to put pressure on women to stay in their relationships or to be loyal to you or anything like that. She can do anything she want to do to you. You know what I'm saying? And nothing's going to happen. I mean, aside from like actual like crimes. You know what I mean? But yeah, she can do whatever. She can fuck whoever. She can cheat on you. It doesn't matter. No one cares and no one's going to do anything and no one's going to make it feel bad about it. You know what I mean? So therefore, you have to be more careful. Gotta be more careful. And if you're rich, if you up there, you have to let go of the idea of traditional or regular, I cannot say like regular relationships, regular monogamous relationships, because you're not a regular person. Okay, like you can't have the same relationship that a teacher and the garbage man can have. You're a multi-millionaire. You're a target. No one's ever gonna love you for you. You're too valuable. You know what I'm saying? Like the love someone can have for you is outweighed dramatically by your worth. And the more a man is worth, the more useful a man is, the more that he becomes whatever he's useful for, whatever he's known for. It's like when the more beautiful a woman is, the more nice her body is, the more that's kind of a huge part of what she is. If you take it away, that's a huge part of her, right? So anyway, lesson to the youngins out there, man. Yo, listen, bro. Don't be afraid to deal with the reality of whoever your woman is. And if it ain't right, it ain't right. But you had to be a man. One big part of being a man is not being a pussy, man. Not being afraid, bro. Anyway, subscribe to the channel, man. Love y'all. Peace. Be safe. Oh, matter of fact, yo, rest in peace, Doris. Where's Doris at? Hold on. Rest in peace, Doris.